Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to take you guys through my arm workout.
This is ascension. Lift up to a new dimension. This is ascension.
Always love training arms. I don't always have an arm day, but when I do, it's something I really look forward to. Personally, I always like to superset biceps and triceps. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to show you guys which exercises I have been my go-tos. You know, I've been working with Eric, which a lot of you guys know, and he's corrected some of my movements. And I was dealing with like a lot of pain in my, I've torn both of my tricep tendons before, and I was also getting a lot of pain in my forearm into my tricep tendon, and it was because of the way I was training and the range of the motion I was putting my body through. So Eric has corrected those. My elbows feel amazing, my shoulders feel amazing. So I'm going to take you guys through some of those movements, but before we get started, I'm going to mix my pre-workout. I'm going to show you guys what I'm using about 15 to 20 minutes before I start training. The Carb HD, unflavored. I use the unflavored because I mix that with a flavored pre-HD Ultra. Right now I have the sour gummies. So I just do one scoop, it's 25 grams of carbs. And I'll also use I add additional 5 grams of creatine monohydrate from Creapure, which is what we have. So that's just one scoop of the scooper that's in there. I need a little kick today, had a long day. So I do 2 scoops of this, and I mix this with a full shaker cup of water. Make sure you guys are using a lot of water with your pre-workouts. A lot of the ingredients that are in there, like glycerol and creatine, they just work a lot better and hydrate your body a lot better to get the best performance. We'll shake this up, drink this, do a little warm up, start working out in 20 minutes. I'll see you guys on the gym floor. The reason why we're using this prime attachment is because most people, when you do triceps, are using a bar, and what happens is they get over it with their shoulders like this and they push through it. I was doing this for years and developed a lot of really bad shoulder issues. My external rotation was horrible. So when we're performing this now, what's happening is it's allowing you to keep your shoulders to your side, externally rotated, opened up, which is great for your shoulders. And performing the tricep extension with the biceps facing forward is just going to be a better range of motion to stimulate your triceps. And we're trying to work within a range where there's maximum tension. So as we back up, you're going to see about right here is where the tension sort of stops. So we're not going to bother going up here. This is a dead zone. So we're going to get set. We're going to have our shoulders to our side, locked down, so they rotated, opened up. And we're going to drive through the triceps and kick back as far as possible through the long head and squeeze. Right here, right back down. You know, we're not leaning over it. Really challenging the tricep. Then I always start really light with triceps, work my way up in weight, and just focus on really isolating the muscle. Again, I'm focusing on keeping my body, my shoulders opened up, externally rotated, opened up. And when you're curling, I'm going to show you guys a little lightweight. I'm making sure that when I'm curling, the dumbbell is always away from my body and not stacked on top of my forearm. So when I say that, this would be stacked on top of the forearm. See how it's going down? No tension on the bicep. So I want to end like about right here, because now there's lots of tension. Force is pulling me down. So this is the range of the motion. We're not going super heavy and then doing this up here, because there's nothing up here. The weight is resting on the forearm through the elbow. So, and also another thing to challenge the bicep even more would be, a lot of people, they hold the dumbbell right here at the end. So you could actually hold it here. It's going to be a lot harder to supinate the dumbbell, putting more, isolation or more tension on the bicep. So I'll start with 25 pounds. Again, shoulders are opened up. I focus on the shoulders also being pulled down, so they're really stable. And that dumbbell is in front of me, and I'm leading with that pinky. And sometimes I'll even stay opened at the bottom like this. I mix it up. And I like to spend a lot of time too in the shortened position when I'm contracting at the top. So this is the shortened position of the bicep. This is the lengthened position. I'll perform 3 or 4 sets here depending on the field, depending on how pump my arms are getting and how much I feel they need. I always keep the weights. I never go so heavy that my form breaks down. I'm always aware of my form, and I want to make sure that I'm performing the exercise correctly and not throwing other muscles into it and breaking down. These handles are great too. You guys can get, actually we sell these at puremuscleathletics.com, spiral strength handles. They're awesome. I like doing single arm push downs with them too.
Still in my element. Go ahead and tell a friend. I should be telling.
Again, sometimes I'll go heavy, but a lot of the times I don't. I'll just pick a medium weight, something that I can really contract the muscle really hard, squeeze the muscle, get the best pump with. First set I did 25s, so I'll probably just go to 30s, and I gotta go with that technique that I showed you guys in the last set. With the other dumbbell, is I'm holding it up as the other one's coming up, which is a lot harder to do. If I was doing them individually, you can go a lot heavier. This just really eliminates any body, any momentum, really isolates the muscle. It's almost like an iso hold, you know, with a bicep curl.
We gon' make 'em say, whoa. 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 Staying on your radar, we waking up the neighbor. I'm knocking like this bases, we always going AWOL. I'm popping them up to something, you dragging your feet like dungeons. And I'm more of a slayer, keep it player, what's up? You know the rules, there ain't no rules here, yeah. We at capacity, there's no room here, yeah. Have the audacity to ask me why I'm laughing on my way to the bank, you know why I came here.
One arm, dumbbell extension. I'm gonna show you guys how to do these. I was doing these for years, I always loved them. Started developing a lot of elbow pain, a lot of discomfort. And when I was doing the motion, it was more of like a down and up, down and up. And Eric showed me with the overhead dumbbell extension the proper way to do it. And when your arm's up, it's up here, the wrist is always straight. It's never dipping, none of this. And when you go down, it's a reach. So I am reaching for the wall over there. The whole time, I'm reaching. I'm not dropping. It's a big semicircle reach. And as soon as this wrist is gonna break, so if I go below this, it's probably gonna do this or this. So I go to here, and then it's right back up, same semicircle, and I'm gonna be trying to go that way. So I'm coming around, hand is straight, like I'm holding the barbell at the top, full extension. So it's a big reach around, full extension. It's not this, which I was doing for years, and 3 tears in the tricep tendon later. So you're gonna have to lighten the load. It's very hard, it requires lots of concentration. I look very awkward when I do it because I have a tear in my shoulder, what do I got? I got my supraspinatus, my labrum, a lot of shit going on in the shoulders, but you'll get the idea. So I'm focusing on that hand being straight the whole time. I'm reaching that way, stretching that tricep belly all the way to here. I'm gonna come right here because that hand is still straight. I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna do this. Straight, and I'm going right around, up and around. It's like a barbell at the top. You can see how much tension is going in that long head. It's a reach, it's right up.
I play the game, I don't care who out here playing fair.
Now we're gonna superset this with one arm dumbbell preacher curl. When we grab that dumbbell, we're not gonna grab closest to this end. We're gonna grab on this end here. So it's gonna make it a lot harder to supinate that dumbbell. As you can see, the dumbbell is gonna be pulling that way. So if it's pulling down on us and we gotta turn it, it's gonna be a lot harder. We're trying to get that peak contraction. We're digging this elbow hard into the pad. So when I started training, when I was like 14 years old, 13 years old, and then grade 9, everyone's always, oh, let's see your bicep, let's see your bicep, let's see your arm. And I'd always flex my right arm. And it got to a point where when I was measuring, my right arm was always bigger. So I thought to myself, oh, someone told me, I think of my brother, he's like, it's probably because you're always flexing your right arm. So ever since then, I was like, okay. So I started showing people my left arm. And then I think it just caught up, and I've always just flexed my left arm ever since. So here we are, 14 to 34, 20 years later, you add up all those bicep flexes, that's a lot more stimulation. For my core, for my side chest, I actually do my right arm. Yeah, but whenever I flex my arm, measure my arm, I always do that one. Could have no relevance at all. This is like a cross body push down. I really like these. We are going to square up and externally rotate the shoulders, lock them down. Elbows are pointing towards the ground, and we're gonna separate the cables and really squeeze to the long head. It's a great isolated exercise. We're gonna do this exercise by itself. We're gonna do low rest, and then we'll finish off with the bicep exercise. With arms, I tend to keep it pretty basic. I probably do 3 moves. If I'm supersetting them, I'll just pick 3 movements. I won't do a bazillion different exercises. I like to pick the ones that I feel the best, I get the best contraction with, and isolation, and keep it somewhat short and sweet and intense. So maybe 60 minutes in and out of the gym. You guys got to remember that, you know, in the gym, we're breaking down muscle tissue, you know, but it's outside the gym with the rest, the recovery, the food is where the growing happens. So we're not spending hours and hours blasting arms. What do you want? You want 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's go. Good. Good. Come on. That's easy. That's it. Good. It's easy for you. Good. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. That's it. Drop. Come on. Drop. Come on.
Okay.
Good job, man. Good job. Good job.
Ouch.
Good set. Good set. Oh man. Another variation I would do sometimes, a 1-arm variation, and I basically grab this, make sure it's in line with my shoulder, the cable, shoulder, bicep. Maybe take a step back just to shorten the range, so I'm gonna work the long head. If I'm back here, it starts here. The more I come in, the more range we're gonna get up here. So it just changes the tension. So I usually take a step, so I'll start right here, so it's really isolated, the long head, and I'll push through the long head back there. And again, as you get fatigued, what you could do is you could start here in this range. As you get fatigued, just take a step in, and it'll actually get easier. You'll be able to come a little higher. Just changes it. We are gonna finish with one of my favorite bicep curls from Panada. This is the isolateral preacher curl. And what's cool is that Saturday, we're actually heading down to Italy to visit Panada and see their manufacturer and see their new pieces, because at Pure Muscle Athletics, we are one of the distributors for North America. So if anyone wants Panada, reach out to us. And at Pure Muscle and Fitness here, obviously this is, we support Panada heavily. We have all their equipment. This is sort of a showroom. So I'm excited to go down and meet, you know, the Panada family, all the staff, the crew, because we've had a relationship with them now for a few years, but obviously everything's done, you know, over the internet or the phone or whatever. So it's going to be pretty cool to go down there and see where everything is being made. But yeah, this is one of my favorite curls. You can do it individually, isolateral. I like to do it together, and when I do it, I kind of picture my elbows touching together, come in, and squeeze. So much tension when you use control on this, but if you get sloppy and throw it around, it will lose tension because of the counterbalance right there to my left and right. What's cool about this machine too is that the handles, they're actually on swivels, so they spin. So it's like you get great, it goes exactly where you want, and you can keep it straight. you know, because a lot of machines are fixed. So I really like that feature. And Panada stuff is like the highest quality. When you look at the gauge steel they use, I mean, they go above and beyond. I mean, there doesn't need to be this much steel, you know, and the cost of steel right now is to the roof. So most companies are cutting costs, replacing anything that's metal or steel with plastic, where they're staying true to, you know, how they make their equipment and what they believe in, and the quality is the best of the best. So I'll do double arm until I get to failure, and then I'll break it down to single arm. Oh, and that's a wrap for arms today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workout today. Short, it's sweet. 6 exercises total, 3 for biceps, 3 for triceps. Work the biceps through lots of different ranges. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, any comments, make sure to comment down below. I check all my videos and try to get back to everyone. I really appreciate all your guys' support. I am off to Italy on Saturday. I'm going with my wife, Rachel, which a lot of you guys know. And actually Juji and his wife are actually coming as well, because Juji outfitted his entire gym with Panada, so he's coming as well. So I'm gonna try and get some content while we're in Italy, while we're at the factory. So hopefully I can share some of that experience with you guys. I appreciate all your guys' support. Till next time. So it's been a long time since I've measured my arms, and it's been a long time since I've done an arm workout. I've been doing like biceps, triceps with other body parts. So we're gonna see how big my arms are.
All right. Lefty.
Now the biggest part. Please be 21.
21.2.
21.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it again. Do it again, yeah. Deesh. Deesh. Yeah, 21.2.
Wow, that's good.
I'm well aware you were unprepared. I play the game, I don't care who out here playing fair. The stakes are high and I know that I'm very rare. They come like once in a lifetime, so now I'm here. So